Muslim morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I'm sitting here with the new star of the sequel, Deadpool versus the Rabbi. It's Ben Sauber.
I can't. Are you reading my mind? You know, I saw that movie last night.
Is it great?
Deadpool versus the Rabbi, but Deadpool, and it was great. Yeah,
Love
yeah.
it.
I'm a little embarrassed to say that, like, I walk around like touting the fact that I'm a big Marvel fan, and this was the first Deadpool I've ever seen. I don't know why. It just like never came across my desk, and Ryan Reynolds is so incredibly funny, and what they do with that movie, I think, is genius. And they need to put you in the next Deadpool because you'd be perfect.
I don't want to sound egotistical. I would fucking crush it.
You would.
I would crush.
You would crush.
I would.
You would crush it. You would. That's why I said it. You would. You would.
I would.
100%. After watching it, it's like you're also like your body is like right now in a place where, like, I don't know, just like a little work with the Marvel team. You could be Marvel cut.
I mean,
not just Josh cut.
If they could build a uniform with just like camouflage male breast cups, otherwise my body is rip raring and ready to go. And honestly, I just don't want Ryan to be jealous.
And speaking of the male physique, Hugh Jackman in that movie. How old is Hugh Jackman?
50s.
Mid-50s? Holy smokes. If I looked like that for one day of my life, I've never seen a more perfect male physique. Ever. Ever. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the movie was so good.
I heard Hugh Jackman once talk on the Howard Stern show about how basically it's the way in which sort of bodybuilders get ready for like the big shows. So there would be certain scenes where he would know that he'd have to look extra pumped. So he would deprive himself from sugars and kind of only be eating protein, but again, at a calorie deficit. So he's all, sucked up, and he removes salt from his diet. So he gets like really, really just lean and vascular. And then right before they shoot, he would drink flat Coca-Cola because the rush of sugar would dilate his veins. Come on.
Wow.
I'm just not committing like that on How I Met Your Father. That's no longer on the air.
And how do you even prepare for a flat Coca-Cola? When do you need to take off the cap? How many days in advance?
What, Hugh Jackman doesn't have people? You'd think
I'm just saying,
Hugh Jackman don't have
like
people? Coke people?
It seems unnecessarily difficult. Like, why wouldn't he just like put sugar in water and drink it? Like, he needs a flat Coke.
I just think the formulation of Coca-Cola is just, it's doing things that others can't.
Yes, I agree. That said, last night. So let me paint this picture for you.
Paint it up, baby.
I went to the movies. First of all, we've spoken about this before. There's nothing like going to the movies. Nothing like it. You can sit at home on your big TV, you can bring in all the snacks you want, but there is nothing like going to a great movie theater to see a hilarious movie amongst 300 people that you've never met, all laughing in unison, especially when there is a snack section, Josh, like this. I walked into the theater. You name a snack, they had it. Even
Red
going
Vines.
back to snacks, you had it. And Twizzlers.
Assorted nuts.
You could pick.
Assorted nuts.
Had it.
They had it.
Swear on my life. I actually have a video that I'll send to you of all of the snacks. I've never seen anything like it.
Carbonated water. Flavored carbonated water.
I'm sure. These are peanuts in comparison. Josh, they had, remember the Minute Maid lemon ice that came in the little tub that you scrape, the Italian ices by Minute Maid?
Of course, I was pre-diabetic at 9.
They had that at the movie theater. When was the last time you saw that snack? They had Dibs. When was the last time you saw that snack?
That's
Needless
incredible.
to say, I had 1,500 calories last night between 8:40 and 11:30 p.m.
Break it down. What'd you have?
Okay, so I went with my brother-in-law, so we shared a couple of items, but I had this was to me. He had a full popcorn. That's to him. And by the way that he does popcorn, you'd be so impressed. He gets a big tub. He takes a straw, puts in the straw, and pours butter through the straw.
Yeah, that's
so
a
butter
fat
gets
boy
to the
move.
bottom.
Yeah, that's
and
a fat
on
boy
top,
hack.
And on top. But I got Bunch of Crunch. I love a Bunch of Crunch. And I had the Bunch of Crunch 100% to myself. Do they sell Bunch of Crunch outside of the theater, Josh? Do they sell it? I've never seen it outside of a movie theater.
It's an excellent question. Neither do I, but it did have a moment in the 90s when it was introduced. It was hot. Then it kind of dipped, but it's still there.
It's an incredible candy. So I had a whole bunch of Crunch myself. I had that whole Minute Maid ice myself. And let me tell you, I opened up that Minute Maid ice. There was no spoon. And I still managed to finish the whole thing with the top of my teeth going like this.
Yes.
Until it got soft enough that I could squeeze it from the bottom and the ices would come out the top and I'd slurp it down. It was really a sight.
Like a ravenous penguin. Just imagining you biting into an iceberg, just like, I know there's something in here. I know there is.
Yes, it was a sight to see. So I had that myself. Then, I love a Nerds gummy clusters. I shared the Nerds gummy clusters, the tropical blue pack. Absolutely love it. And then I shared sour straws. Oh my God. This journey, but I calculated, it was about 1,500 calories. This journey, unbelievable. This morning, I felt terrible. I felt terrible up until we recorded. I needed to take you ever do this? Take a big bowl, fill it with water, fill it with ice, shove your head in there, and then all of a sudden you start to feel better. I had a sugar rush up until about an hour ago.
Wow. I mean, first of all, I imagine you had to take out a small student loan to be able to pay for all those snacks. I can't even imagine what that ran you at the movie theater.
You want to guess? Including the popcorn and including 2 medium-sized Diet Pepsis.
We're including your brother-in-law's haul?
Which were terrible. Yes, including my brother-in-law's popcorn. He only got popcorn. I got the 9 snacks and we shared 2 of them. And the 2 sodas. He had a soda. I had a soda.
Okay. I got you. All right. So we're going to go about $12 for the popcorn. We're going to do 8 and 8 for the sodas. So we're at a grand total of $28. Then we're going to do the Nerds clusters at $7. We're right at $35. Then we're going to go do the bunch of Crunch. That's another $7. 42-ish, incidentals, taxes, whatnot. You got that icy thing. Don't think I forgot. I would never fucking forget that icy. I'm coming in at $52.
Wow, 56. Well done. You forgot the $4 Hampton surcharge.
There's
in a regular
Hampton
movie theater
surcharge?
I'm just saying, like, it's an expensive movie theater. They know that the people seeing the movie are rich. Speaking of seeing people in this theater, Josh, we have Claudia on later, so I don't want to totally tell this story, but guess who was at the counter checking out for snacks right next to me?
Michelle Obama.
Cuba Gooding Jr. We can't escape him. He's everywhere. Cuba's everywhere. Yes, he's everywhere. You know the Cuba Claudia story, right?
We all know the Cuba Claudia story.
Okay.
If you don't,
next to me.
What are you, nuts?
Nuts. He was right. He was right next to me.
I'm already getting angry from this story because what I'm not hearing, Ben, in your voice is that you avenged your wife.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. What am I going to do? Go up to him and start trouble? I couldn't. We've already avenged him. The man, I couldn't do it.
True that life has avenged him, but the man is a squeak. He's a small guy, and you are like a Jewish Sasquatch. Squeak. You could have thrown him in your 6'2" physique, 240, maybe 238 now because of Munjaro, and you could have put him in a choker hold.
Oh, God damn it! I thought about getting handsy. I really thought about it. I was like, this is it. And selfishly, I also thought, this is like a great press moment, like me fighting Cuba Gooding Jr. at the movies for my wife. But no, I saw him. I had my brother-in-law take a picture on 0.5 of me smiling so he could catch Cuba in the back. I have the picture so you can see. Cuba.
Wow.
Let me show you.
Wow.
Let me show you the cubes. And again, folks, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you're just not going to get the picture of the cubes. So I highly recommend that you also watch us.
If you're only listening to this, my next question is, do you type on a typewriter? And do you only listen to the radio? Join the times, friends. This is a video medium. Wow.
I'll zoom in on the cubes.
Yeah, zoom in on the cubes.
He's looking awful.
All right. Well,
this man looked terrible. I couldn't hit him. I couldn't. I've also never hit anybody. We've spoken about this. If anything, I would have said, "Hey, Cuba." He would have said hey to me, and I would have pretended to take a fake phone call, even though the confrontation hadn't even begun. It would have been a preemptive fake phone call just to get the hell out of there.
You should have passively thrown a jab by mistaking him for another Caribbean island, like, hey, Dominican Republic. You know? So stupid.
Oh God, you awoke my terrible cough. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Oh wow. Listen. Wow. Yikes.
Okay, it's gone. It's gone. You know when you have cobwebs? No, I have cobwebs. It's terrible. I've had this for like a week, and not to blame Joey Camasta. It happened after I gave him a hug. I'm like, I know it. I know it was Joey.
I don't know. Joey Camasta is in the Hamptons right now on some Patron influencer trip, and he looks better than ever. The man has got it all going on.
Hey, Good Guys listeners, you know what? The robots have gotten pretty good at what they do, but they can't pour passion into what they make or give an item a human touch. On Etsy, you can find something handmade, handpicked, or designed by independent sellers who pull from their unique experiences and bring their whole hearts to their small shops. Discover hand-blown glassware, reclaimed furniture, personalized jewelry, hand-picked vintage pieces, custom-designed artwork, and so much more. The fingerprints Etsy sellers leave behind reveal who they are, human beings determined to make human connections. Folks, it was just my mom's beautiful birthday. I was about to say how old she was. What am I, nuts? It was just my mom's birthday, and I got her a beautiful date book, and I wanted to get the pages customized on Etsy. So I went and looked up custom pages for a date book on Etsy, put in the size, and they had it because they have everything. Human beings are amazing. We create things to solve problems, and that's exactly what happens on Etsy. You're able to find things that are just so unique, so different, so custom. It's so much better than giving such a run-of-the-mill gift. Go on Etsy. Go on Etsy. So the next time, folks, you're shopping for yourself or someone special, choose extraordinary items, handmade, handpicked, or designed by small businesses. Keep commerce human. Discover small businesses on Etsy. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Philadelphia cream cheese. If there's anyone that knows creamy, it's Philadelphia cream cheese. It's extremely versatile and can be used to enhance any meal, snack, or anything in between. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. And folks, if you know anything about me, it's that Ben Soffer, celebrity chef, loves something creamy. Ooh, baby, delicious and creamy. And that's why I'm here to tell you that if you're only using cream cheese for your bagels, you're missing out. Sure, a cinnamon raisin bagel with cream cheese, unbelievable. Yeah, you heard that right. Maybe a sesame bagel, lox, cream cheese, red onion, ooh, baby, some capers, a little squeeze of lemon, delicious. If you're only thinking about Philadelphia for those two things, you are missing out because Philadelphia makes everything creamier. Mac and cheese, secret ingredient, nobody tells you this, is cream cheese. You add a little bit of cream cheese, it makes it so much creamier. How about desserts? A cheesecake? Have you ever thought of what's in cheesecake? Yeah, that's right. Cream cheese. Cream cheese, folks. And if you go to creamcheese.com, because yeah, Philadelphia cream cheese has the most epic URL of all time, creamcheese.com, you'll find all these beautiful recipes. A 3-step cheesecake, a chocolate cookie no-bake cheesecake, a chocolate pomegranate cheesecake, minis, unbelievable stuff. Go to creamcheese.com. And folks, Philadelphia, as I said, makes everything creamier. Visit creamcheese.com for recipe inspiration, and so you can start adding Philadelphia to your recipes at home. Visit creamcheese.com. No. But the man is the man certainly injected himself with something. He's running at 200 miles an hour at all times. I don't know what's in his body. Maybe it's just good old fashioned adrenaline. But I think it's something else. And it seems that he's the camp counselor, Josh. He is taking these people on the ride of a lifetime. And I think that he is now officially dating via Instagram Tom Schwartz. That's what it seems like.
I could see him and Tom Schwartz. I mean, I know he already has his bae, as he calls him, but Schwartzy, look, the truth of the matter is Schwartzy, with all his faults, he's imperfect, and sometimes he aligns himself with not the best people, but the reality is he is cute.
And in this case, he aligned himself with the best person
He really
in a
did.
Joey Camasta. We love Joey. We love him. And I kind of spoiled that the episode will come out later, but we had Joey back on the podcast. And ooh, was he a hoot as ever.
Well, I think it's time, and I know, and listen, the listeners have been emotionally all over the place because as we reported last week, our dear Marshall has gone on to greater things. We love him. He is invited back forever. Maybe we'll figure out a way to capitalize and do like an admin reveal posthumously. Not to say he's still very much alive and with us, but I'm just thinking of ways to take advantage of all this. But we love Marshall. He's moved on. He got an incredible job, and we're so happy for him and love him. We have producer Josh, who has been in and out of the studio before. He's great. He will come in here and there. But we have our new producer, Olivia, that we want to introduce to the good guys and gals, the Morons. Give it up for Olivia.
Woo!
Everybody, it's an honor to be here.
Wow.
Thrilled. Absolutely elated.
And let me
It's an
tell
honor
you,
to have you as well.
I don't know, Ben, if you can hear from over there, but Olivia is a giggler, and I love it. It is feeding my ego.
Thank God. That's what I'm here for.
She also has a great vocabulary. Not to say that Marshall didn't, but elated, strong word out the gate. Strong word.
I take the, I've got the Merriam-Webster word of the day.
Ooh.
So, a great way to
Wow.
expand consistently.
What was it today?
Today, you know what? I haven't checked it this morning, but let me go ahead and I'll report
Yeah.
back.
Busted! No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, this feels right. And it's nice to have a wonderful Olivia here so that if we say anything even remotely cancelable, she'll cut it out.
Yes. Please.
You know, we need all
Please.
different perspectives to keep eyes on us. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
We really
do. Absolutely.
Walks of life.
We do. Josh, talk to me about your weekend. How was your weekend? Let's catch up a little before we dive in.
My weekend was absolutely fine. It's emotional. It's ups and downs. My son is getting ready for kindergarten. He starts next week. It is brutally hard on me, and he is completely unaffected by it. And it's really pissing me off how healthy he is. But he's been doing great. My younger son, Shai, has now figured out how to say the alphabet in Spanish. Thank you, Sesame Street. Thank you, Gina Rodriguez, who has a great video with Elmo doing it. Yeah, man, I'm a bore. I'm kind of a bore. Although I'm going to Toronto to finish this TV show I'm doing for Amazon on Friday. So there's that. And
This stuff is not boring to me. Being a father is not boring. Being a father is admirable. And I'm sure there are little fun stories. We'll talk more about it. I hate to keep teasing with Claude, but we saw John Mulaney over the weekend, and we'll talk about that in Claudia's show and in Claudia's episode because it was just hilarious, and I think that we can talk about it together. But he's a father. He's a 2.5-year-old son, and he half of his set was just talking about being a dad. How at 4:50 in the morning he goes in to check on his son because that's the time he wakes up at every single day. His son says, "Let's go play baseball." He says, "Okay." And like a crazy person, they go out into the yard at 4:55 in the morning and play t-ball. And I thought that was hilarious. Perhaps I think you and Max, you guys go for delicious mukbangs. You're buying up everything out of the Japanese grocery store. I don't find it boring. Different phase.
we do all the things. And he loves going to Denny's in the morning for breakfast, mostly because they have one of those claw machines. And, it's hard because my son now will repeat the things I say. So people will be walking by and he'll be playing it because I placate him and I just try to throw money at him to keep him happy. And he'll say, my father thinks these are rigged. I, on the other hand, think they're a wonderful time.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that's lovely. We actually went to our wonderful family friends who live in Newport Beach, California. You familiar with this Newport Beach?
Beautiful. I am. That's where, what show is that? Is it The Hills?
No, Laguna Beach.
What's the one that I started watching that I stopped watching? The kid's name is Ryan. What's the name of that show?
Well, the original, Olivia, do you know this? It's Laguna Beach, right? And then it became The Hills with LC.
No. It's the OC. The OC.
Ah,
Newport Beach is the OC, right?
yes, it's in the OC.
Oh, I guess. Okay, got it. Cool. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Let me tell you it's this community that is literally beachfront, but it's gated. Okay. And then there's access. It's not private, but it's just, I love finding these little rich people hacks that they do. And by that, I mean, it's unacceptable. But so in California, there is no such thing as a private beach from as far as I know. The beach is owned and can be enjoyed by everyone. Of course, there are some beaches that are harder to access. And the access point might be from a multi-million-dollar community that is right there on the beach. And it's the only way, because otherwise you would literally have to either walk down from the other side of the beach, which is miles, or scale a cliff. So they have this staircase for the community to this like little beach oasis that was so gorgeous. The people were so lovely. It was Orange County at its finest. And I'm thinking about voting for Trump now. Because I'm kidding. But I was like, this is
Olivia,
nice.
you know what you need to cut.
It was a lovely, when you see your kids running around in nature and off their tablets and away from the television. And, we crush at Dave and Buster's. We love all the arcades and stuff, but it was wonderful. And then our wonderful family friends, they put out a spread. And these people are not Jewish. I said, you must be hanging out with Jews because this is an abundance. This was it was this beautiful sliced skirt steak and shrimps and bruschetta with toast points with burrata and this beautiful balsamic tomato thing.
Wow.
Cookies.
Wow.
And it was fabulous.
You know what that sounds like the complete opposite of, Josh? I can't name the festival. I can't name the event. I can't name anybody involved. But I gave you a call during an event that I was invited to. What was it? Maybe 10 days ago. It was an event, a food event. And I showed up and there was no food. No food at all. There was like a singular past hors d'oeuvre. And this is a food company. I walked in, zero spread. What are you, nuts? Absolutely nuts. Complete opposite. We should have gone to your friend's house. That's hospitality.
Just overdo it. Oh,
yep.
When in doubt, overdo. That was like whenever my big brother would take me for steak at the wonderful, famous steakhouse, Peter
Morons.
Luger's in New York. They only have one steak. So you just say, I'll have steak for 2. I'll have steak for 5. However many people are there, that's how you order it. And he would always say, no matter how many people are there, order for 2 more. Because you never know.
Yep.
3 people are there, steak for 5.
Yep. Because you're not going there that often. So when you go, you might as well do it up. My dad actually went to Luger's over the weekend with a bunch of friends. I don't know. Did you know that my dad was a vegetarian? Have we spoken about this before?
No.
I know. Random, right? Very random. Like 15 years of vegetarian just because like meat and chicken like one day like didn't make him feel great. So he gave it up completely. The man goes to Luger's, orders the salmon. And normally I'd make fun of him, but the salmon at Luger's happens to be fantastic. Nuts for ordering it. You're going there, get the steak, of course. But they have a salmon oreganata. Ooh, baby, that is delicious.
So he's a pescatarian.
Correct. What did I say? Vegetarian? Pescatarian. The man eats more fish than anybody I know. Watch out, Ocean.
So
Bruce is coming in mouth open wide.
So he's a pescatarian. Let me ask, why bring religion into this?
Did we bring religion?
Pescatarian. Terrible.
I was like, what the hell? What?
So dumb. Sorry for that, guys. That's awesome. I just love the idea of your dad dining and ordering the fish. It's cute and it's heart healthy.
Sorry.
Oh my Lord, brother. You've been vaping, haven't you? You are sucking that vape.
No, it's bad. It's like cobwebby. I need to get like water or something in between. We're good. In case you can hear it at home. I apologize. Wow. What do you want from me?
There goes our music.
There are no sick days here. There are no sick days.
There's no sick days for this 2 hours of work a week we do.
That we batch.
It's so true. By the way, did you watch, I know it went utterly viral, and I have a lot of connections to the sport, but did you watch the breakdancing on the Olympics this weekend?
I did.
Talk about Ray Gun. Talk about her. Talk about her.
I can't. I can't talk about it. I think we have different opinions. I want to hear yours. Please go. You go first.
Olivia, feel free to jump in here. I was in a 3D breakdancing movie.
What are you, nuts? I can't do it. I can't let you sit here and defend breakdancing in the Olympics. This is insane. This is like we're bringing all of these people together from all these different countries to watch them freaking breakdance. So stupid. And then I get to watch Stephen Curry. Holy crap. Did you see him in the Olympic game? I'm not trying to jump over there. I'm just saying,
this is great.
We're
really going to fight now. Let's fight now. Let's fight.
Okay.
We're going to fight.
Okay,
now.
go breakdancing. Go.
First of all, let me start with this. Let's talk about the sports no one cares about in the Olympics. With due respect, anyone, if the sport exists outside the Olympics, people don't care about it when it's in the Olympics. Here I am saying it. Basketball, tennis, these things that people watch when the Olympics every 4 years isn't happening, it ain't the thing. What do people care about in the Olympics? Swimming, track and field, gymnastics, which, forgive me, I don't think is quite getting the shine it deserves the 4 years that it's not happening. So I actually thought breakdancing, granted, and by the way, some of these guys are my friends. I mean, did you watch on, maybe it was on Saturday, like some of the dude from Japan, like these, it's basically gymnastics, but a floor routine. But what I liked about it is that it's like actually a thing. Like, first of all, it's the only thing other than figure skating and gymnastics floor routine that's set to music. And it just felt like different because I don't know. It's something, I liked it.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Seed. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. Absolutely love Seed. You know, I'm on this health kick, this health journey, working out, my semaglutide, it's very important to me. Seed is that supplement that just really, really helps with my gut health. I feel so much better when I take it. It's been so good for my skin. And it really just reinforces dermatological health and helps support digestive health, gut health, all things that are incredibly important to me as I'm trying to just be a healthier person. Seed has been there for me, and I think that Seed will be there for you. It's just such a great product, and I highly, highly recommend it. Your body is an ecosystem, and great whole body health starts in the gut. Your gut is a central hub for various pathways through the body, and a healthy gut microbiome means benefits for digestion, skin health, heart health, your immune system, and much more. And Seed is totally backed by science, lots of science, with clinical trials and breakthrough research published in top scientific journals. Seed's probiotic research and development make DS-01 a product you can trust. Not only has every ingredient been tested individually in scientific studies for their safety, dosage, and benefits, the DS-01 formulation as a whole has been evaluated in 2 clinical trials. So support your gut health this summer with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/goodguys and use code 25goodguys to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/goodguys. Code 25goodguys. 25 GOODGUYS at seed.com, seed.com/goodguys. Good. I'm happy that you liked it. And if you have friends that are in it, of course, shout out to Josh's friends.
My friend was the commentator. Kid David Schreibman was commentated the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Well, Kid David, big fan. Excellent work commentating. Do you know any of the contestants personally?
I know some of the men, but feel free to go in.
No, I just, look, to backtrack a second, we care about men's basketball in the Olympics. We care to watch a 40-year-old LeBron dominate Steph Curry's first ever Olympics. Guy just go off. It was fantastic. We care. We care.
Who
That's
are they
it. I'm just saying
battling,
we care.
Ben? Who did they beat to win gold?
They beat France.
With due respect.
Wemby.
Wembenyama, shout out.
Their NBA.
How's the
shout
weather
out.
up there, Wemby? It's not a contest.
No. You're right on that. You're right on that. That we have too much talent for it to be
It's
truly
an all-star
a contest.
game.
You're right.
It's a joke.
But I know, but I love the All-Star game. I hear you. Breakdancing it just wasn't for me. I kind of watched it and I was like, it's kind of like Deadpool. It was like comedy in the Olympics. Like I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, or it did it for me, but I was laughing because I was like, what are you nuts? Breakdancing? This isn't a sport. It's a hobby.
It's not a hot. Well, is javelin a sport?
No, and javelin, what are you nuts? This is crazy.
Shot put a sport? Like
no. By the way,
is running really, really fast a sport? Like what constitutes a sport? Getting paid?
It's true. Running fast, I think, is a sport. Running fast is a sport.
No,
javelin.
It's all
I can't.
sports.
Is it?
Yes, they're all sports, and it's all incredible.
Would you consider dancing a sport?
I think
is ballet a sport, Josh? No, it's an art. Just like breakdancing is an art. Boom! Ooh, I got you.
No, you didn't,
baby. Yeah, I did.
I think it's a
I
mix,
got you.
but that's why I equate it to a floor routine or figure skating. There is a musicality to it. There's an artistry part of it. And because it's so physically, could you say that dance and acting are both in the same category of art? Because I wouldn't want to see John Goodman trying to do the splits, with respect. and I wouldn't want to see necessarily the greatest ballet dancer in a heavy drama. Like, it requires different skills. Is being a chef in art?
Yes, definitely.
Right. So there's different categories. So I think it takes a certain level of athleticism that can make it a sport.
It was an interesting rebuttal. It was interesting. I don't know if I buy it, but it was interesting.
Do you see these guys' bodies?
Oh yeah,
The
they're
B-boys?
ripped.
And do you see what they're doing? I mean, they're doing.
Do you consider bodybuilding a sport?
Sure.
No. Not me.
It
That's a
is.
show. That's a show. That's a show. It's not a sport.
Do you consider guys in the WWE athletes?
No.
Well, you're wrong.
I
hope
consider
Logan
them,
Paul comes for you.
I consider them actors.
Actors, again, do you want to see John Goodman jumping off the top turnbuckle?
John Goodman. John Goodman is you're picking the least physically fit actor.
With all due
I'm
respect,
talking about, okay, let's go back to Hugh Jackman. Is Hugh Jackman an athlete, Josh?
No, but I don't think he can hang in the WWE either.
Oh, he could. You got to see him in Deadpool. This guy is hard as a rock. I'm hard as a rock talking about him.
Same here, Bubba. But I don't agree. These guys are super athletes that it's kind of the perfect example because they're super athletes in a theatrical show.
They are athletes. Okay, this is a good distinction. And then I don't know if we're boring them or not, but maybe we move on.
This is the first interesting thing we've talked about.
Athletes. No, we spoke about Cuba Gooding Jr. and snacks. Athletes. You can be an athlete and not be a part of a sport. I think you can be athletic and not be a part of a sport. You can be physically fit and not be a part of a sport. So in my opinion, The Rock, for example, I guess he played football. We'll go back to Logan Paul. Logan Paul is incredibly athletic, in peak physical condition, but he is an actor in the WWE. and he's a stuntman in the WWE. Would you consider stuntmen, Josh, in movies a part of a sport? No, they're actors that are physically fit.
Yes, but I think if you engineered something called the Stuntman Olympics, and they had to go through a set of challenges of like breaking through a wall and doing a high fall and doing a fight scene, then it would become a sport because there's a competition aspect to it. Like, again, I don't know what the literal definition for a sport would be, but like the guys in Cirque du Soleil are complete athletes. They're all former gymnasts. They're all like people act like these acrobats. They're in prime physical condition. They're just doing a show. But if one Cirque du Soleil troupe fucking competed against another Cirque du Soleil troupe and was like, throw down, Pierre, they would fucking go off.
I have to correct your pronunciation of Cirque. It's Cirque du Soleil. Not Circus Olay. It's not like a Spanish circus.
I'm trying to make it easy for these dummies that listen, the morons.
Cirque du Soleil.
Do you want me to say Cirque du Soleil? Cirque du Soleil.
Olay.
It's like when my wife looks at me like this when I go, do you want to have a croissant? And she's like, it's a croissant, you fucking idiot.
It is. It is a croissant. And Josh, you know, we got heated here.
Olivia, what do you think?
I just have to say that I just took the liberty of looking up the dictionary of sport.
Okay.
And really, I think the thing that, you know, we're trying to hammer down here, what makes a sport, is that competition element. So you can be physically fit, of course. It says an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So you also have to have that entertainment aspect. So, you know.
Boom. Olivia loves. All we know from all of this is Olivia loves defining and vocabulary words.
Can you Google quickly? Is the WWE a sport?
It's not a sport. It isn't a sport.
It's scripted. The WWE is scripted entirely. So I mean MMA, yes, but let's see.
For sure.
Yeah.
But again, and by the way, martial arts. I don't mean to bring up martial. I know it's a sore subject. Martial arts.
Martial arts is 100% a sport. Not even a question.
Arts in the word. Martial arts.
Yes, but that is just a coincidence.
Should we get to a story?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. This one I think is like incredibly interesting, but you know, there was I'm not going to pronounce it correctly. That incredible billionaire Indian wedding that happened recently. I believe his name is Anant Ambani.
Mm-hmm.
So what started to come out, and maybe this is alleged, I don't know if it's confirmed, but there were incredible guests from Mark Zuckerberg to Jeff Bezos, John Cena, just saying, who came T-Pain, shout out, who came to the wedding. And you would think, like when you have friends that are really well off, what do they say? Don't bring a gift, donate.
Mm-hmm.
Make a small donation. This guy, you bring a gift to. Jeff Bezos gave him a Bugatti. $1.5 million Bugatti. You think that's big, my friend. Mark Zuckerberg gave him a private jet.
Shut up.
Private jet. 36 mil. 36 million. Hold on. There's another one because I did see this.
Oh my God. $36 million private jet is a thank you. Wow.
Pretty sick.
That is sick.
Someone else got him a someone got him, okay, Bezos got him the Bugatti. Let's see who else. Private jet from Mr. Zuckerberg. And let's see. Bill Gates gave him a yacht.
Wow.
Not bad. And
they must have all spoken to each other. Don't you think? Like the level of gifts makes it seem like Zuckerberg maybe told Gates, who maybe told Bezos, like, oh, Zuck's doing it big. Otherwise, I feel like writing like a $10,000 check would have been a very nice gift. Maybe I'm way off. But all of a sudden,
you're way off. You're way
they're
off.
spending millions.
Look, maybe they're all on a Illuminati WhatsApp. I don't know. But I think that, and John Cena cheeked out, only got him a Lambo.
There must have been
I bet he wanted to disappear right then. Sorry.
Wow, that's crazy. Like, the caliber of gift giving. Holy smokes. Good for them. And what did that wedding cost him again?
$600 million, I think they said.
Yeah, I guess you got to get a gift. A pretty serious gift.
I mean,
Thank God I wasn't invited.
Yeah, dude.
What a burden. What a burden.
Like, if I went, I would be like, sir, thank you so much for having us. Mazel, here's my son's college fund. Like,
I would say, here's my left foot. Like, yeah. I have nothing to give that's a body part. By the way, college fund, give him Max. Here's my son.
Yeah.
Here's my firstborn. By the way, Max would have a great life with that guy. Just saying. Put him on loaner.
Yeah, great. I'll get permission from the old ball and chain. Okay, here's another story that I found very interesting, which is nuclear sub captain armed with doomsday weapons made sex tape with junior sailor at sea. The captain of an ultra-elite UK nuclear sub armed with doomsday weapons filmed a sex tape with an underling while at sea. The officer was in charge of a $5 billion Vanguard-class submarine, which carries Trident II nuclear arms, and he just wanted to make a nice little vid with his one of his fellow sailors. I don't know. The officer, one of the youngest to captain a nuclear-powered sub, was suspended and soon after sacked under the Navy's zero tolerance policy for inappropriate behavior. And that's just too bad, you know?
So what happened?
He hooked up on a submarine with one of his co-workers.
Subordinates? Got it, sure.
But he's
the tale as old as time.
He's the captain of a $5 billion submarine with Trident II nuclear missiles on it.
Look. Just because you got a big job doesn't mean you're not horny. Like, what do you want the man to do? He's at sea.
Shout out Bill Clinton. No.
Yeah. He's at sea. I don't know. Like, how long are they away? Is he First of all, is he married? Did they talk about this? Was this cheating?
I love that that's what you're upset about. You are so wholesome. You're like,
no, that's what, if he cheated on his wife, no good. But look, you have a couple of horny people at sea. You're at sea.
I think the problem is, I don't even know if you're not allowed to hook up. Probably not when you're the captain, but I would imagine filming it. And yeah, look, I know nuclear subs in theory because they're powered by a nuclear reactor, right? Other than getting supplies, they don't ever have to surface. Their energy is kind of unlimited.
By the way, that's an amazing name for a sandwich shop. Nuclear subs. Oh,
are you high?
No, by the way, how fat am I that you're talking about this story and all that I can think about is sandwiches? I'm like, ooh, nuclear subs. I wonder if I can get tuna and turkey and what delicious things can I get at nuclear subs?
Well, it was about people hooking up on a boat, and what turns you on is sandwiches.
It's so true. It's a disease. It's a disease. Well,
speaking of a disease which has been curbed by your wonderful GLP-1 agonists,
yes.
we got a SpeakPipe. If you want to leave us a question or get some advice from us, go to speakpipe.com/goodguys, and we will answer your questions. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. Ask us a question. Ask for some advice. Always the best. Maybe keep your what are you nutses to yourself. They're never great, with respect. But I will tell you, this one person said something that really upset me. And that person's name is Manjaro.
I just watched a commercial, and guys, it's Mounjaro. M-O-U-N. Mounjaro. Straight from the horse's mouth.
She's wrong, right?
Yes. We know it's Munjaro. Josh, for comedic relief, says Moonjaro.
I don't mean to.
But we know that it's Munjaro. It's certainly not. What did she just say? Mounjaro?
Mounjaro.
It's not Mounjaro, like Mount Jaro. Imagine if you get Mounjaro from Mount Jaro. It's like some volcano in Hawaii where you go and get this GLP-1. Wow.
That'd be amazing.
Can you imagine? It would be amazing. I think we need to start calling it just semaglutide, just in case, a random sponsor comes along. You never know.
Well, Mounjaro wants to sponsor.
Could be Wegovy.
So stop.
Oh, I know.
Stop
Could
saying.
be Wegovy.
Stop
Could
saying
be
Ozempic
Mounjaro.
and Wegovy. Stop saying those because the Mounjaro wants to sponsor. We're going to cut all this out. That's why
Yes,
I'm making
but
sure to bring this up.
No, it was also Wegovy. They were both in there.
No, it's it's Mounjaro and the other one.
Only Mounjaro?
Wegovy is Ozempic.
But I thought that, and Zepbound. Zepbound's the other one.
That's Mounjaro.
Got it. Yeah, we're cutting out. Yeah.
But-
yeah, Mount Jaro. That's where it comes from.
Wow, can you imagine like vacationing at Mount Jaro?
So in. Like you just like go to the hotel next to Mount Jaro and every day you start out with a daily injection and then you go about your day and you're just like so fit, frolicking on Mount Jaro Beach and taking in the Manjaro waves.
It sounds incredible. It really does. And Mounjaro, from what I've heard, is kind of the best one. Just saying, not trying
That's what I've
to throw shade. Okay, our next one is from somebody great. I know it's going to be someone great, and that is Anastasia.
What a name.
Hi, Josh and Ben. It's Anastasia here. A big
Never mind.
Moron. Thank you so much. I literally, every day on my drives, I'm always listening to Good Guys. And everyone who sees me driving probably thinks I'm crazy because I'm always laughing my head off at you guys, but they don't know because I'm just listening to Good Guys all the time. All right, I'm coming at you with a what are you nuts. Tonight after work, I went to go pick up some food that I ordered online. And when I went into the place to pick it up, there was this girl. She was working at the counter, and I just knew from the moment I saw her that I was going to have a problem with her. So I went up to the counter, I told her my name, and then she hands me a receipt, and she says, okay, can you fill this out? And it was like a tip receipt where I was supposed to give her a tip. I'm coming here and picking up my food myself. What kind of tip would you like me to give you? I was flabbergasted. I had no idea what to do. So I need you guys to tell me, am I crazy for thinking that I don't need to tip her because I picked it up myself?
Oh, Anastasia, we need to talk, dear.
Look, Anastasia, you're not crazy, but Josh is about to gaslight you. By the way, is it Anastasia or Anastasia?
All I know is the other day I told my mom she was gaslighting me, and she goes, I don't know what that is.
It's really an amazing word that I don't know how I didn't know sooner, because everybody in my life just gaslights me, unless I'm the one who's gaslighting. I'm confused. Continue. Tell her why she needs to tip the people when she spent her hard-earned money on gas getting into her car, going all the way over there to pick it up.
Look, it happened to me. I used to believe that you didn't have to either, and then once a girl DM'd me from a place that I had ordered and was like, you should tip. And I was like mortified. And this was 6 or 7 years ago. And then COVID, of course, you were like, you had no choice. But I think it's not required and it's up to everyone. But I try when picking up food, I tip 10% to a limit. I'm not going to give it. I tip 10% on $100. Like if it's over $100, I'm probably just going to give 10-ish, maybe 15 bucks. But like, yeah, that's what I do. I think someone packed it up. Someone made sure the order was there. And I feel like they don't make a great wage. I want to help out. Ben, yell at me.
No, we've spoken about this recently. I obviously hear you. Of course, I want to just tip everybody. Tipping is fun. Tip, 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 tip. That said, in terms of the hierarchy of tipping, if you are not a person of extreme means, I think you can not tip when you pick up your
If you're
food.
not a person of extreme means, make food at home.
Okay, then you're spending more money, Josh. We've spoken about this.
Only if you live
It's
in the
more-
Hamptons.
No, you know how much more? Okay, let's here, perfect example. What do you love ordering takeout of? There's only one answer. 3, 2, 1. Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're ordering Chinese takeout, right? How much is an orange chicken and a fried rice going to cost you?
If we're really being honest, like there's a place down the way from my house because I love like inexpensive Chinese food.
Me too.
You could get a delicious like orange chicken, rice, soup,
Soup,
like
salad,
lunch combo.
soda, $15.
Yeah, right around there.
Okay. To make that at home, $60.
Right.
Especially with the prices of groceries. How the hell are you going to make? You're going to have to go out. You're going to buy a wok. Okay. You're going to buy the cornstarch. You're going to buy the MSG. You're going to buy the chicken. You're going to buy the sesame seeds. You're going to buy the orange peel. You're going to buy the orange. You're buying, they are buying in bulk and then taking little bits off to make your food. That's why they can charge you a reasonable amount of money. But if you make that orange chicken at home, $60.
How much? But again, it's $15. 10% of that is $1.50. If $1.50 is breaking you, then you shouldn't be eating out.
That's fair. Do you feel good? Truly? Do you truly feel good about tipping $1?
I do.
I think you'd rather tip nothing.
I don't know. I feel a compulsory need, and maybe that's my own mishigas. I feel the need to do it. And it's like when people go, I don't have time to meditate. And people will go, if you can't spare 5 minutes of your day, something's desperately wrong.
I agree with that. I do. Would you agree, though, that there's a minimum to tipping?
Again, for us, yes. But I think to your point, if you're like, if gas going up 50 cents really impacts your life, if the price of eggs or milk really impacts your life, which is valid and real and a lot of people struggle with, understandably so, then I think that's a bigger conversation. And
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And by the way,
I do.
the people that are making your $15 Chinese food are probably, working really, really hard for not a lot of dough either.
They are. Or they own the place. I often find it's a family business. Or at least I hope it is. I hope it is.
100%. And
We
but
should open a Chinese restaurant.
yes,
I would love that. I would love that. So good.
let's
so
think
good.
of let's start thinking about it while we do our What Are You Nuts and see if we can come up with any good names for our Chinese food restaurant. Do you want me to start
Yes.
with my What Are You Nuts?
Please do. Yes.
So our What Are You Nuts moment of the week is our gripes with people, places, and things, whatever in the moment is really sticking in our craw. So
Mhm.
for me, it's me. I am my What Are You Nuts because on Friday, I park my car near our house. Now we're mostly together as a family over the weekend. My wife has the big car, so I didn't use my car all weekend. Saturday morning, my wife gets in my car. She goes, Josh, your car smells so putrid. I almost had to pull over driving it. I said, you have a fragile nose. Keep it to yourself. You're obviously triggered by scents, and it doesn't smell bad.
What'd you leave in it?
I
What'd you leave in it, Josh?
got chicken
Oh no.
from the Earth Bar at Equinox on Friday. Shout out Equinox, not your fault, my fault. Earth Bar has
You get chicken from Equinox?
Earth Bar has beautiful pre-made 50 grams of protein, like 300 calories, beautiful chicken that I was going to eat. I forgot about it, left it in the car. And because of my hubris, because of my disagreeable, confrontational nature, I did not check after my wife mentioned it. So this morning,
Oh no.
my son and I get into the car because my son's on his way to football camp. And my son, so sweet, all the hope and dreams of any 5-year-old getting ready to go to a super fun day of camp, jumps in the car and goes, so Dad, I can't wait to... heaving. He's dry heaving. my God, this smells awful. Paige, why didn't you tell me? I immediately find the chicken. I remove it. I throw it out. The smell is there to stay. I've got 2 different air fresheners going on in the car now. What am I, nuts?
That's nuts. I've done it before, but that's nuts. And you'd think, Josh, that the smell would leave when the chicken leaves, but it doesn't.
No.
It's there now. It's there forever. It's there. I once spilled, because I've had an engine coolant problem. Maybe I've spoken about this. I once spilled coolant in the back of my car by accident. It smelled like antifreeze for like 3 weeks, even though I cleaned it. I totally cleaned it. You can't get smells out of a car. No good, Josh. No good. My what are you nuts? My what are you nuts is a flat sheet. Okay? The flat sheet is a complete what are you nuts? Josh, you're going to go to a hotel, right? You're going to get into bed. There's going to be a fitted sheet, right? There's then going to be a flat sheet.
Right.
Then there's then going to be a blanket. And some people, I think that this is just the way that marriage works. Some people believe you should sleep under the flat sheet.
Of course.
Some people believe that you should sleep over the flat sheet. Some people believe that the flat sheet doesn't belong at all. And I'm one of the people that does not believe that the flat sheet belongs at all. If you have an uncomfortable comforter, just tell us that. Just tell us that your comforter is uncomfortable.
You're
Why do you
going
need-
skin to comforter at a hotel?
Josh, we are staying at the finest resorts. We're not talking about it. I'm not staying at the best. I'm not using the straight comforter, the Best Western. But like if I stay at a nice hotel, I can trust the comforter. You can't?
They don't wash it.
What do you mean they don't wash the comforter?
The comforter with the down in it and the
they take the sheet off the comforter. You can wash the comforter is not there's a thing in it.
Sure.
And there's a top that they wash.
Hopefully.
Look, regardless, let's move away from the hotel piece in case you disagree. Let's say you have a flat sheet at home. Nuts. The flat sheet is insane. Fitted sheet, necessity. Flat sheet, what are you, nuts?
You're nuts.
What? I thought there was no way this would be rebutted. The flat sheet doesn't make any sense. It's so thin. It's so stupid.
It's just sheet material, Ben. Anyway. Wow.
Olivia, quickly. Flat sheet, nuts or not nuts?
I don't think it's nuts.
That's right.
God damn it. And that's
Olivia,
our show.
welcome to the show. Love
And
having you
that's
here.
our show. And that's our show. Folks, this episode has been 5 stars, 6 stars. Rate us 5, but it's really been 6. Watch us on YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Share our clips. TikTok, good guys. Instagram, good guys. They're both blowing up. Big news, huge stuff over there. You got to go see us on our social platforms Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.